looking for someone?
No.
Well, that's lucky because our pommy mate doesn't seem to be here.
Well, actually, I'm here to pick up some coffees for me and Chris.
Oh, things are sorted then?
It's all behind us.
So no hard feelings?
None.
Business as usual?
Sorry to disappoint.
No, it doesn't bother me. I'll get my turn up there one day.
Over my dead body?
No, I just mean you're going to want to quit one day to look after the little Libbies when you find the right guy. Except you already have. None so blind as those who cannot see.
Huh?
Hello, our pommy mate.
He's out of the picture.
Rude. If only you could see what Joey and I have to put up with every day. Kieran moping around the house, crying into his cornflakes, finishing every sentence with a big ugh.
Whatever. Liar.
If you say so.
The way it'll work is 3 people on each team. An ED registrar consultant, an anaesthetic registrar consultant, and an ED nurse.
So when you're worried about your patient's vitals, you paid your PAT team, then you don't have to wait around to consult seniors.
Exactly. Saves time, saves lives.
That's cool.
And what about the logistics? It's not like these teams can sit around scratching their butts waiting for someone to have a turn.
Yeah, and what if the PAT nurse is totally flat out in resus? She can't exactly go racing up to the wards.
Exactly. So it comes down to good management. You'd be rostered onto cubicles, not resus. You'd have a pager, and you'd know the rest of your team rostered on to be lighter than usual.
What's the bet this means more night shifts?
There is that. But it's a positive thing. Even when the consultants have left for the day, we'll still have premium cover.
Somebody who should be on the team? Brenda. All that work she did on arrests.
Yeah, go Brenda.
Whatever happened to her research?
On file, but it was far from conclusive. Back to now. I'd like to get this team up and running soon as. Show of hands, anyone interested? Excellent.
Mom! Harry! Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. How are you doing? How's all this? You okay?
Yeah, Dad's been making me bacon for breakfast.
Has he just?
When are you coming home?
I will have to wait and see what the doctors say, Anne. You've been being a brave boy.
Yeah, I got a broken rib and a broken clavicle.
Clavicle?
And you should see the bruise on my leg. It used to be blue, now it's gone yucky yellow.
Sorry.
Let's leave room to it, eh, buddy?
It's okay, Mum.
Oh, Chris, I'm sorry.
Come on, mate.
Everything, I never meant to put him in danger.
Hello there. Oh, I can come back.
Maybe you could take Harry with you.
I've been lying here thinking about everything
Save
that
your
happened.
breath.
I feel awful.
There's nothing you can say. Nothing can excuse what you did.
I know.
Stealing my son, running off with my brother. Those things are unforgivable enough. But then pulling him and Tuesday out of school, exposing them to drugs, and then you nearly kill them. What the hell were you thinking?
I'm sorry.
And now you're paying the price.
Tell me how Guy is. Please, is there any change in his condition?
When it beeps, that's when you know how to read the temperature. I assume the separate sets of in and out trays was your idea?
Mm-hmm. One for internal mail and one for external.
So I discovered.
Well, don't you just love it?
Did you send a memo advising all HODs, triage personnel, and most pertinently the mail clerks of the proposed change?
No.
And now this has become a public dumping area. You see all this? It's 2 weeks of priority mail that has become fumbled, jumbled, creased and confused.
Oops.
Oops, indeed. So, my friend, pull up a pew and disentangle it.
Oh, but no, I need to...
Clean up after your own mistakes. Realise that a receptionist is not a good PA make. Priority, non-priority. If you have any questions, ask.
Oh, this one's from the DHB.
Dated?
4th of January. Our nutritionist has assessed the food in your cafeteria and found that 65% of the menu has an unsuitable level of sugar, fat or calories.
Go on.
Blah, blah, blah. We're giving a general recommendation for the problem to be corrected.
Right.
Priority?
Not for Chris, no. Go and schedule a meeting with the cafeteria manager for after lunch today.
Sure.
I I can handle this myself.
Made any decisions on the pt2 form yet?
All done. There'll be a memo about it later today.
How'd I go? Am I in?
Not this time, mate. Truth is, I was sport for choice with level 4 nurses. Your interest is much appreciated, though.
Well, that's cool. It's cool for you, still getting it up and running.
It is.
Well, if anyone was to pull out, I'd be your first cab off the ranks, boots and all. Just say the word.
You bet.
Butter, sugar, processed white flour.
It's a Lamington.
When what we really need to see is more vegetables and more fruit.
Coconut is fruit.
Ah, well, actually, it's both a fruit and a nut.
Either way, these are out.
The big sellers.
The DHB wants them gone. All foods must meet their standards as specified in these guidelines.
So what am I meant to make?
Well, think whole grain, salads and sushi.
Think business down the Googler.
Our hospital nutritionist has mocked up some menu ideas.
What's tempeh?
Ah, that's fermented soybeans.
Fermented means rotten. We make the food that people want to eat. Supply and demand.
Then we'll teach them to demand healthier options. It's like when they first banned smoking in bars. There was grumbling at first, but now everyone just accepts that's just how it is.
Okay, I've set him up with some books. I doubt he'll sleep, but he'll have some quiet time at least. I better get back to work. It'll only be a couple of hours. You okay?
Harry said he heard you fighting. You and Tony.
I'll pick up dinner on the way home.
I need to know what will happen to me
What do you mean?
if Dad dies.
I'll look after you. Of course I'll look after you, but let's not cross our bridges till...
Disseminated intravascular coagulation, or DIC. Depending on its cause, often the prognosis is grim, with the initials DIC being known colloquially as death is coming. Some cases have an 80% mortality rate.
I don't know, Tuesday. It's impossible to predict, but I really have to get back to...
If he lives, I'll have to look after him, not just with the accident stuff, but with the drug recovery too.
Let's just wait and see.
No, Uncle Chris. I have to deal with this. If he lives, I have to start planning. I have to work out where we're going to live, where we're going to get money to support us. You made the choice to turn your back on him. But I can't. This may not be your reality, but it's mine.
If you want me lost,
The trouble with the truth is,
what I am losing.
You're a drug addict.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
it always comes out.
Please, Tuesday, I don't want you to stress about this. I'll organise the best private care for Guy. We'll set him up with people who specialise in this kind of thing.
You mean lock him away like Amanda?
I'll pretend you didn't say that.
Out of sight, out of mind. Throw some money at him, he'll disappear.
Tuesday!
He's a person! He's my father!
You are a child. This is not your responsibility. It'll be taken care of.
I want to be responsible. I know he's done terrible things. But deep down, he's still a good person. He loves us all so much. Even you. He's your little brother. Do you know how lucky you are to have a brother? I don't believe there's not some part of you that still loves him too. Just come to the hospital with me. Talk to him. The nurses say he can hear what we say and it helps.
What I have to say to Guy won't help.
If you go and see him lying there all helpless, I just know you'll stop feeling so angry with him. Please, Uncle Chris, do it for me.
Is the old computer playing up on you?
No, it's these blood results I just got back.
Yeah?
Yeah, baby in cubicle 3.
Cellulitis?
That's what I thought. Red patch on leg, bit of a fever.
Oh, but the bloods don't back it up.
She's got thrombocytopenia.
Low platelets?
Yeah, but her coagulation results are all out.
So it's probably not cellulitis.
What's it gonna be then? She's probably got some wacky hematological thing happening as well.
What if the red patch is a hemangioma?
Eh?
Well, call me random, but I just read this really interesting case study on Caspar-Merit syndrome.
Because you really have a life.
No, it's where you get all these clotting issues going on because platelets get trapped within specific types of hemangiomas.
It's pretty damn rare, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it ticks both the boxes. Coagulopathy, hemangioma.
It's worth a crack, Nigel.
Surgical registry will know what's up. Some of them you treat surgically, others you just whack them with Vin crystal.
You're like a walking, talking encyclopedia, mate. Yeah, hi, the surgical registrar, please.
I have emailed everything to you, but sometimes it's easier to just sit down with a hard copy. Colour-coded in order of priority.
A Libby special.
Oh, a Libby special.
Thank you.
Not that there's any of it that you need to do today. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff for you to sign, but nothing that can't wait till tomorrow.
Are you sure?
Positive. Go on, go.
I like to think of myself as someone spontaneous, someone unfettered by habit or routine. But there are one or two rituals, little saving graces that I hold dear. The occasional cigarette is one. My 3 coffees in the morning is another.
I presume you're going to reach your point sometime soon.
One of my aforementioned rituals leads me to the cafeteria to partake of my daily scone. Imagine my shock when, on today's pilgrimage, I discover that the scone will be gone. In fact, from henceforth, the cupboard will be bare.
Not bare, better.
Sugar-free, fat-free, fun-free.
It's called healthy eating.
It's called communism. Whatever happened to choice?
DHB orders, and you will thank me one day when you bust out in that new bikini.
You don't get to look this good without a few custard squares.
No use crying over spilt milk, which incidentally will now be soy or trim.
You realise you're going to cop a lot of flack for this?
I know that there'll be a temporary teething period, and I'm prepared for that. Now, if there was anything else...
Don't say you haven't been warned.
Cheers, thanks, Lee. Mate, put it here.
What?
Caspar-Merit syndrome. You were right.
No way.
Oh, yeah, the ultrasound showed up a vascular malformation. So, looks like you were right on the money.
Far out. Well, I'm always reading, out there stuff, but wow, it actually paid off.
You saved that baby a lot of grief, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Did you get a load of that?
Yeah, a little knowledge can be a dangerous thing.
Meaning?
Look, just don't let people think that they're more expert than they really are.
Oh, come on, would a word of praise be too hard to muster?
Look, I'm just saying, if the guy gets
The guy is desperate to upskill. He's obviously got this huge sponge of a memory. Let him lap it up, eh?
Any chance you can cover for me? I'm heading home. Stay on.
Hey, come on. Let Libby steer the ship. You come with me, the IV.
No, I don't know.
Don't lie to me and tell me you couldn't use one. So, Tuesday's putting on the acid. Well, it's understandable, I guess. Okay, at the risk of giving you a hernia, how is Guy?
He's still in a critical condition.
Yeah, well, DIC can be pretty gnarly.
They've started him on hemodialysis because he's in renal failure. And now, because he's been on a ventilator for so long, they think he might be developing ARDS.
Oh, you know all this because you've been to see him?
No.
Is that something that might be on the agenda, you think?
No.
He might not pull through this, you know that.
I do know. And if you don't want me to have a hernia, could we please drop it?
Oh, come on, Chris. He's your brother.
Not anymore, he's not. He can rot in hell.
Hey, suturing's all done. Just waiting on the x-ray.
Sweet. Head honcho wants a word. I heard about your KMS diagnosis.
Yeah, pretty random, eh?
Pretty impressive, more like. Me and my big mouth. Which has made me think I'd be foolish to pass up a nurse as clinically competent as you.
What are you saying?
That I'm offering you a place on the PAT team. You should be working with at-risk patients.
You're for real?
If you still want it.
Does the Pope have knees?
Our training starts tomorrow. You'll get a memo.
Wow, man, thank you.
Mate.